Thanks for joining me as I travel the world, going from fine dining through to street food and local specialties, all in an effort to find the world's best seafood. Hey folks, I'm trying out a new vlogging rig today, so let's see how this works out. I'm currently in Hong Kong. I'm staying in an Airbnb, and I just searched what's the closest seafood restaurant that looked good, and there's one called Okra Japanese. It looks really funky. It's a Wednesday night, so let's see if I'm able to get a table. Fingers crossed. So, super traditional Izakaya with a Steven Seagal poster on there. Hello.
Hi, sir.
Can I get a spot for one?
Sure.
Thanks. So a quick look at the menu shows you what kind of izakaya this is. This one is specialized in sake, and they have all kinds of different ones, clearly described, most of them available by the glass or by a medium-sized bottle. Taking a look at the meals, it's kind of arranged by small ones and medium ones. So it's kind of like Japanese tapas, it is smaller dishes. So you're gonna need to order a couple of dishes each. And note, all of those are in Hong Kong dollars, not US dollars, of course. The tuna tasting, how many pieces is that?
It's usually 9 pieces of 3 cuts, but depending on the day, like you might get a little bit slightly different, but like generally 9 pieces of 3 cuts.
Okay, yeah, I'll get that and the oysters to start off.
Sure.
Great, thank you. Okay, so taking a look at the dish, it's all simply plated and described. I quite liked it, and I have to say they write it on the menu there. It's true, the staff are hardworking, some of the best service I've had in Hong Kong. So this is the tani with a green apple yeast. There you go. The pickles are really nice and fresh, and I've also ordered the tuna tasting. Can't go wrong with 3 cuts of rare aged tuna sashimi. And then the daily special, if it's gonna let me see up there, roasted oyster on bamboo rice. So this is aged red meat from the tail, an even darker red meat from near the bloodline, near the heart. And then they said this is otoro, which is the fattest part, but it looks like chutoro to me. And then instead of coming with soy sauce, it comes with 6 different flavored salts. This is a bamboo charcoal one. There's ume, a couple of different flavors. They said they make them all in-house. Some little shiso flowers, and real wasabi in there, so this should be pretty special. It should be. This is the most expensive thing on the menu for these 9 little cuts, but good tuna, you can't put a price on. Okay, so I'm totally spoiled. I got sent an article by a friend saying that most people have never tasted real wasabi. This is real wasabi. Most of what you get, apparently 99% of the wasabi that you have in restaurants around the world is not real. It's horseradish that's then been dyed green and had mustard added to it, or just a general kind of radish. Real wasabi is pretty expensive, but not like off the charts, but it's a much milder flavor. It's kind of sweet even, and the flavor really lingers, and it's more complex than just hot. This might be the most delicious wasabi I've ever had. Okay, this is the grilled oysters. It's 3 giant oysters that have been grilled over kind of a stir-fried rice with bamboo, and oh my god, that smells glorious. Ooh, this guy with the oysters and the bamboo shoots was just outstanding, so earthy. Okay, and this is kind of the main event. This is the sashimi of the day. They call it the ume sushi. And quite nice, you see, because I'm eating alone. They made it with 6 different kinds, so I didn't overload with having just 3 kinds, but lots of it. So we've got saba and, well, there's a couple of fish here that are in season. You can tell looking at how fatty they are. And then of course the ebi, the sake, the salmon looks really good. That looks like king salmon. Yeah. Mackerel saba looks good. I love it. Even the water is Japanese premium water. The food was all just outstanding. The service was really friendly. It wasn't a snooty kind of atmosphere at all. It was a casual Izakaya, as the name suggests, complete with some erotic art on the wall. It's always a funny juxtaposition to find that in traditional Japanese places. So this is the last dish I chose for the night, unagi fun. So again, it's the charred rice in a baked pot, super hot, with really fat looking unagi. That's the river eel, white sesame, and then Japanese pepper. For those of you who are interested, I actually asked the waiter what was so special about their wasabi, where they got it from, and how they made it so damn fragrant and delicious. And he shared the secret, and he shared it on camera, so it's fine to share with you guys, I guess. He said they grate it up with the traditional way, half of it fresh to order, but the other half they actually grate it earlier and then freeze it for a week or so, and that time gives it extra complexity and flavor. Then they mix the two together and it comes to you still partly chilled and just truly the best wasabi I've ever tasted. I think this is even better than the oysters, which I already loved. It's just so fluffy. It is still fatty, but it's well controlled. The sauce isn't overpowering. It's charred just the right amount without being over. And the rice is just super crispy, the perfect dish to finish the whole meal on. Okay, now the damage. I'm sorry again, I don't know exactly, but it was around $220 US. So definitely not a bargain for a casual meal for one, but outstanding food. And if you came with 2 and weren't a massive pig, you could both get by for that price. Please do like and subscribe to get your seat at the table for my future searches for the world's best seafood. And if you're ever in Hong Kong, check out Okra.